So now let's read this story together, Love at Exit 19, with a little heart next to it. Okay, you ready? He was a toll booth collector, and she was a soprano who sang in Carnegie Hall. Their eyes met at exit 19 of the New York State Thruway when he charged her 37 cents. The romance that followed was even less likely than the plot of an opera. Okay, let's highlight the key words. So take out your highlighter. The first key word, of course, would be toll booth. So you can highlight that word. So the man over here, he is a toll booth collector, a person who collects money at the toll booth. Okay? And she was a soprano. What's a soprano? A soprano is a singer, but she sings with a very high pitch, 女高音. We would call it a soprano, who sang in Carnegie Hall. Their eyes met at exit 19 of the New York State Thruway when he charged her 37 cents. The romance that followed was even less likely than the plot of an opera. So it's saying that the story is very exciting. So let's take a look at what the story is about. Sonia Baker was a frequent commuter from her home in the suburbs to New York City. One day, when she was driving to an audition, she came off the thruway and stopped at the toll booth where Michael Fazio was working. She talked with him as she paid to go through and thought he was cute. For the next 3 months, they used to exchange a few words as she handed him the money. And he raised the barrier to let her pass. It was mostly, "What are you doing today? Where are you going?" she said. They learned more about each other. For example, that Sonia loved Puccini and Verdi, while Michael's love was the New York Yankees. But their conversations suddenly came to an end when Michael changed his working hours. "He used to work during the day," said Sonia, "but he changed to night shifts." Although Michael still looked out for Sonia's white Toyota Corolla, he did not see her again for 6 months. When Michael's working hours changed back to the day shift, he decided to put a traffic cone in front of his lane. He thought, "It will be like putting a candle in a window." Sonia saw it, and their romance started up again. "I almost crashed my car on various occasions," she said, trying to cross several lanes to get to his exit. Finally, she found the courage to give Michael a piece of paper with her phone number as she passes through the toll. Michael told her, and for the first date they went to see the movie Cool Running. And then later they went to an opera, Le Bohème, and to a Yankees game. They are now married and living in Kentucky, where Sonia is a voice and music professor at Murray State College, and Michael runs an activity center at a nursing home. It turned out that she had given him her number just in time. A short while later, she moved to New Jersey and stopped using the New York State Thruway. "I might never have seen him again," she said. So as we have read in the story, this is a pretty amazing couple. They met basically one driving and then one collecting money on the highway. And they just started talking to each other, and then they fell in love. Let's take a look at some of the keywords in this piece of reading. The first keyword I'd like you guys to highlight is the word frequent. Sonia Baker was a frequent commuter. Frequent just means often. Commuter is a person who goes to work every day, goes to work from home, work, 通勤, right? We call a commuter. And suburbs. Suburbs usually means the countryside, 郊区. Alright, let's go through all the way down. Okay, the next highlighted keyword was exchange a few words. That means they talk a little. And then we continue all the way down. And then in the process, the man Michael, he changed his working shift. Shift is what we call 班表. So, for example, in English, you can say morning shift, 早班, afternoon shift, and then evening shift, and midnight shift, or graveyard shift. That's how you would say it in English. So, Michael basically changed his shift from morning shift to a night shift. And they didn't see each other for 6 months. And after 6 months, Michael decided to look out for Sonia. And Sonia found the courage is 胆量, right? To give Michael her phone number. And that's how they started dating. And in the end, Sonia became a music professor in a college, and Michael was running an activity center at a nursing home. Okay, nursing home is basically what we call like a home for old people. Okay, for old people. And then they moved to New Jersey, which is outside of New York City. Okay, so this is a story about them. Now on page 49, you'll be able to see some activities over here to do with the piece of reading we did just then. Okay, so the first exercise, C. Read the article again and number the events in order they happen. So if you take a look at G, Sonia talked with Michael. That would be the first answer. Okay, so take a couple minutes and see if you can finish these, putting the events in order. Now once you finish C, let's take a look at D. Read the article again and look at the highlighted words and phrases. Try to figure out what they mean, then match them with 1 to 10 below. So for example, number 1, a period of time worked by a group of workers. Okay, this word would be the word over here, shift. Okay, so you can write the word shift over here. Alright, once you finish this, we will move on to the next activity. So let's take a 10-minute to 15-minute time for you to complete the 2 exercises here.